Alright team, welcome to another Autodesk Inventor video. What we're going to do today is we're going to have a little look at how to input holes using the hole command up here. And there's a few different ways we can do this, and obviously you can have a go at some different practicing different things and then do what suits you best. Like as always, there's one or two other approaches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a hole up in this top right hand corner, and left hand corner, and I'll put another one over here using a different technique, and then I'll put one in the center of that cylinder. So first technique I'm going to use, I'm going to select the hole command, okay, and you see this dialog box opens up here. Alright, so it's asking me what type of hole do I want a thread, but for this job I'm just going to choose a little what we call a simple hole, and obviously if you hang over them you can see what they do themselves. So I will put some information at the end of this video about the different hole types and what they look like on an engineering drawing, so if you watch out for that at the end. But I'm assuming that you know what kind of hole you're going to be after on the jobs that you're doing. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get this dialog box here. After clicking Alt, I'm going to select the surface that I want the hole to go on. Okay, so I'm going to select that face. Next thing I'm going to do, it might help if you zoom in a little bit, I'm going to choose the edge there, and what that's going to allow me to do when I choose that edge, it's asking me how far do I want that hole away from that edge. So in this job I'm going to do 20 millimeters. Okay, and I'm going to do the same from the top, choosing there, I'm going to do 20 millimeters. So you're telling it what surface you want it on, and then you're picking the edges and then dimensioning it from there. Alright, now the hole that we've currently got set there is got a diameter of 20 millimeters, so it sort of automatically sets to what you've used previously. So you just need to make sure if you're changing the hole size, then you go in and you edit that. So I'm going to just make that 18 for now. Okay, so it's going to be nice and simple, and I will go back over a couple of these different examples later. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. Again, termination, sorry, I forgot to mention that. So if I want to go to a specific distance, I can select that one. If I want to go through all, which in this job I do, or if I want to finish at a particular point, then there's a couple of bits of tools you can have a play around with there. But I'm just going to click OK there. Alright, so now I've got my hole 18 millimeters in diameter, 20 millimeters from the top, 20 millimeters in from the edge. So quickly, if I want to edit that, I'll come over, right click, edit feature, and then I can get that dialog box open. Okay, cancel that. Right, next time I'm going to do a hole on the other corner here using a different command. Now this different command will come in handy if you're doing sort of odd shapes. It's quite easy to dimension it off these edges here. But what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to use a 2D sketch. All right, and hopefully it will sort of make sense as we see what's happening. So I'm going to select that surface. I'm going to put a center point. Okay, I'm going to pop a center point over here. Right, and then that's where my hole is going to go, but obviously I need to put a dimension from the top and one in from the edge as well. So I go top there, and again I'll change the size from 20 to 25 this time. I hit enter, and I'll do the same there. I'll move that, left click, 25, enter. Okay, so I've got that center point there. Right, and I've dimensioned it. Now obviously you can go back later and edit those dimensions. So I'll click finish sketch, and now you can still see my center point. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to select hole. Okay, now because the software recognizes as a center point there, it's automatically picked it up for me. Although if it doesn't do that, maybe you've had to play about with the settings and it's altered the function slightly, then you might have to actually go and just click on the plus sign itself. Okay, this time I'm going to make it a tap tool, which means it's got a thread in it, so we can put a screw in it. A couple of different bits we're going to be aware of here. Threads, different standards of threads. We always tend to be working on ISO metric, but there's a load of different ones you can choose from there. So the size of it, I'll make it 12 millimeters, which is quite a kind of common size, and it automatically determines what sort of designation. So that 1.75 is about the pitch of the threads. I've got some other videos that you can tap into, describe what those different things are, and then class is the type of fit, which again is a different topic. So if I did want to change the pitches of those, I can drop that down like so. Okay, so again, termination there, and then it's automatically defaulting to the direction. Just another quickie, if I did want to change the type of thread, i.e. left hand, right hand, I can pop that in, but I'm just going to keep it as a right hand thread now, which is your more common one, and I'll click OK. Alright, now I'm just going to zoom in there and you can actually see the thread on the inside, and I'll turn it around the back so we can see it in there as well. Okay, there's a thread in there. Okay, alright, next job, I'm going to pop a hole right through the center of this. So again, using that hole command, I'm going to choose there. I'll choose I'll choose a clearance hole this time. So clearance holes for allow a bolt to go through. Check out the content center video if you want a little introduction to that. I'm going to choose ISO. I'll choose, I'll choose a counter socket head. Okay, and I'll make it pretty big. I'll make it 16. So next thing, I'm going to select where do I want that hole to go. I want that hole to go on that surface. Alright, but as you can see, it's not centralized itself. Okay, so I need to get some more information, and the next bit of information I'm going to do is I'm going to select the outside of that circle, and when I click this, you'll see what happens. It moves it into the center for me. So that's what's called a concentric hole. So I've told it where I want that hole to go, and I've told it what I want it to be concentric to. So I'm going to zoom in, and I'll change the actual seat of that. Again, I'll put up an image on at the end to show you the difference between these, but I'll just choose that counter ball there, and you can see it changes what's going on here a little bit on there as well. Now again, there's some dimensions you can have a play about with there. That will really determine on what fastening you're going to use, but I'll leave them as standard because it's picked that information up from these standards over here, and then I'll OK that. Right, and I'll fling that around so you can see I've got that hole all the way around. Alright, so I'll pop that there like so. I'll zoom around. I think it's coming out the back. So a few different ways you can do holes, and like obviously you can go back in and edit those. Yeah, if there's anything you want to edit, holes in the browser. So this is your browser here, and then you've got your toolbar along the top. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to practice that. As always, the only way you're going to build up a bit of experience is to get plenty of practice in. But if there's a job that you need to use holes on, hopefully that's going to help. And make sure you get in touch if you need any support. And as always, thanks for watching. And if in doubt, give me a shout. Bye bye.